Hey, how are you? Um, my name is Wale. We're talking about Joomla. Now, what is Joomla? Joomla, when it got started, it started from Bamboo CMS, and later it changed to Joomla 1.0 in 2005, and then Joomla 1.5 in 2008, Joomla 2.5 in 2012, Joomla 3 between 2012 and 2021, Joomla 4 between 2021 and 2021, Joomla 5 in 2020, and the Joomla 6 in 2025. That's the issue of Joomla debate. So, who is this class for? If you are part of this class, you should be among this. Otherwise, you may have to leave. Small business owners who want to develop their website themselves, or who they have used their website and Joomla to develop a website for, and they will have to be operating the website by themselves. The number two, the students and learners. Those who are students and learners, they will need beyond this class anyway, but we are starting from here. So if they are here, they are right to be here. So students and learners, new web developers, those who are just learning about web, they need to learn beyond this too. We have bloggers and content creators. These are the people that want to be using Joomla to create their content and blog. So they will need it when they will need to know the food that they update their website almost every time. They will need they will need they will need this class. NGO, especially schools, association, all these people we need it, particularly if their website has been designed for them to do that. If it is they want to learn to design websites, they are also they regarded as their students. And from them, and the freelancers who are doing website for clients. They are students, they are learning web design or whatever, and you want to developing website for clients, particularly clients who we see that do not want WordPress. And then we have WordPress builders push it to Joomla. Yes, if you are a WordPress builders and you want to use Joomla, you have to understand some basic things that makes Joomla unique from WordPress. You need to be here too. The major component or component part of Joomla. We have the component. The component is what we use to create web pages in Joomla. We use it to create every form of web page, every function from Joomla that we want Joomla to use. Component will do that. The component that we develop to develop web to do every aspect of web. We also have the modules. The module are inside this place where you go when you have to clear information, you don't do module, whatever. When you get into it, you understand module better. And then we have plugins. The plugin they use it to extend the core functionality. If the website is going to if core functionality is going to be executed, but we want it to behave in another way. We need plugins to do that. The template that is what we need to control the interface, the terminal of how the website will be. In WordPress, they call it theme. Yeah, we call it a template. And so that is what are the advantages of building Joomla over other CMS. Very flexible and very powerful content management. It has the strengths that other content management have. It can do anything. That is why people like us have to use it. That's why they talk that WordPress is easier to and it's very easier for you and it has some other features of Joomla. But Joomla is more powerful than WordPress. There are a lot of things that Joomla can do without any additional extension or plugin that WordPress cannot. E.g., the emailing system. With the core Joomla functionality, you can send email, support PHP, among other is support PHP supported by core. So with the core functionality, it support that. And there's some multilingual support. It support any language you want to use without any external extension, any other plugin. Better access control system. It is user friendly, developer friendly. And then it is an open source with active community. If you have a problem with using Joomla, you can go online, search. The problem might have been solved in the past. And if it's a new problem, when you post it in the Joomla support group, support community, somebody will attend to you and it will be solved. It is very complex and it is used for complex and scalable websites. It's very secure compared with other CMS. So in most cases, you don't normally use external security plugin. Since I've been using Joomla since 2012, I can tell you that I don't experience hacking except the one I turned to. So I don't build website and I'll just see that I check it out and I'll want it. It does not really occur. Now, what are the advantages of Joomla? Because we don't want to this is a class, an educational class. I'm not giving you what is good in Joomla without telling you what is not good in Joomla. When it's good now, the first thing is when we talk about market share, shared legal market share than WordPress. WordPress is the most popular CMS, but after WordPress comes to Joomla. And also, some template and extensions than WordPress. But if you are buying those extensions and templates, we have developer support maybe 6 months to 1 year, depending on your subscription in which supports you to make sure that it really works. And then clear options compared to competitor. It doesn't all most of the extensions are not free. Pay for them, but they are superb. So deliver. Things we need to know as a beginners. Number one is that use long-term support versions. As for this one, if you looking at like gymnastics, it's a long-term support version. To move from a gymnastics product on to other, like to other a newer version in the future. Just a click of the mouse. Yeah. It is built to use. So don't use outdated version. Use updated version. Use and then choose reliable template and extensions. Yes. Buy your extension and templates from developers who are still in business. So that you won't install today and next year they are out of business. And if you believe they are out of business, upgrading, updating or upgrading those extensions very difficult. We have some of them that have left the business and then we have big problem dealing with them. And then learn basic security practices. The basic security practices that you need, we have everything in Joomla. So you don't really have problem with that. Everything you need, we have it in Joomla. And as you move on, we'll be talking about that. And then you have to understand structure before construct. You have to understand the Joomla structure, how the module works, how the components works, how the plugins work before you go into that. So by now, we now go into proper installation of Joomla using the control panel. This is the C panel. If you don't have a C panel, if you before you start creating a website, you are supposed to ask pay for domain name. So that's the first thing. And then the domain name is the name or the URL of your website. So and then after that you pay for the hosting. The host once you pay for the hosting, the give you C panel. The C panel may be different from this. But it will also be this C panel where you can do your installation and do some other basic things. So for here now, we have so just scroll down under Softaculous and then you see Joomla. Just click on Joomla. So once you click on Joomla, so so this is where we are going. Intel, so click stuff. So make sure you are choosing the right version. This is version 6.02. B is the updated Joomla version, and that's what we'll be working with. So click install. So, so under so you come down here to create your admin username and the password. So let's copy this. For the password, the username is admin. So you can continue. Stop. Yes, it is complaining that for Joomla 6 to work, it has to be on PHP 8.3.6. So, so we have to do the updates for the PHP version. So I think we are good to go. So, wow, installation is successful. So let's check what installation. Wow, this is so we're moving from here to customizing it. That's login. So customizing it. Being a new user, you will be directed here. So by what is happening here, Joomla is trying to tell us, assuming that everybody knows nothing about Joomla, and for the sake of new users like you, they are explaining, they are giving us a summary of what's happening at the back end. Yes, I forgot to tell you, in Joomla we have the front end and then we have the back end. The front end is where everybody sees. This is what they see. This is the front end. This is what they see. But at the back end is where we make those things happen. That is when we modify what is happening with front end. So this is a this administrator area is the back end. That's what they are telling us. You are in the Joomla administrator area, also known as back end. This is where we determine what the public sees. So let's continue to the second one. We have the menu. This is the menu that takes people from one page to the other. It is what link pages together in Joomla. That is the menu. So and then the next one is the dash panel. So all these things that we have, we can customize them. We take a look at some of them at the end of this. So we look at how we can customize them, put something there, remove something there. We take a look at that. That's what they mean by dashboard panel. And then the next one is the notification panel. You can see that we tell you whether there is an update or not. If there's an update, you have to be very careful before you apply the update, because if some extensions or the template you are using does not support that update and you have updated, your website may go off until that is misused. But should that happen, you don't have much problem. You can try to go to the Joomla community online. If there's no solution there, contact the template developer or the extension developer for a quick fix. They will surely fix it once your support is still on. So the next one now is talking about this top bar. This top bar. The top bar is showing us information about our website. You can see it. So the key take it all we are looking at now. The installation message. So we have it. Those things we have to take a look at. And then this one here will take you to, once you click it, it will take it to the front end. Take it to the front end. Take it now. Take it to the front end. And then user menu to change something about your user, maybe your password or the game or whatever. You can change it. So let's go in. Now, if you want, so for support or help, you can click here. Once you click it, it show you the link to Joomla communities. And you also will research without plugging in. You can do research and get it to the Joomla community. You read about the problem. Right? And if the problem is new, then you can just post it new, and somebody will see and update it. That's how that works. So that's complete. Now let's now put some let's change all this. The first thing I will advise that you do as a new user are this. Firstly, firstly, you can customize all this. Anyone you like, anything you want to do, you can customize it. So let's assume we come to this system and then we click here. So you can add anything or remove them, like so. As you can see, user icon, cart icon. So user icon, you can show it. And I always say that show all user card. So let's assume you want to you are you want to use another language to show you the multilingual here. And then you want it to show the categories icon or whatever icon. I want it to show the media icon. So let's save and close. So as you can see, it has populated it. So now let's try to let's work on the menu. That's the first thing. We have our menu. Like I said, the menu is what gives us access to page. So we want to work on the menu now. Hit the menu and it is for feature articles. So before we dwell into all those things, let's just come here. Let me click it. You want to add some things to it. So under our article, single article. So we want to create a new article. Create. Now, so let's assume we want to put some of the slider contents here for the sake of learning. So let's put the heading Joomla beginner class. So that is that. Let's save and close. So it's on first back here, and then you see save outputs. Now let's now check here. Now we see down everything we have put out there. Now all these we don't want them to show. Let's go back. That will take us to what we call contents. So this is what we have created, and the only thing that, so we don't want all these things to show. We want it to show, no problem, but you can remove it. That's the point. So come out there, you can do it for every article you'll be creating. That is what you have in the option, and you can do it specifically for a particular article that is expected. So let's do it on the article, on the general article. So show title show title, intro article, category. You don't need to show this. Author, you don't need to show it. Public date, you don't need to show it. Navigation, depends, but we don't need this here. Read more, we don't need it here anyway. That we don't need this. Record it, no, it's no. So let's save this and go back. I see it now. Yeah, but if you don't want this home to show, this home, we don't want it to show. So we go back to menu. Let's save. Let's lose this. We still come back to then everything. So if you don't want the home to show, so you go back to menu. Come here, and then you click here. So under the option, show title, put it to hide and save. Because we want only our article title to show. So we correct it under this option. The link title, you put it hide. So the home is just showing. So we connect to remove this page display, page, we put it as hide. We want title to show, so title, and then we have it here. Wow, now good. Good one to the now the page, the front page. So this login form, if it is not a membership site, you don't need login. So uh, let's go to module. You know, we said that module are those things by the site. So this is an example of the module. So let's go to module. In there, module is under let's take a look at few things I do normally do when I start working on a new website. So let's go to global configuration. Once we get there, we change the name. So let's say Joomla beginners class. So if you want to set it offline, let us know the set that will be on and what to set it offline. There's no need to put any other extension. Just put this as you know. Once we put it as save, then you will see that the whole thing will go. Yes, it's only admin that can log in. So if you have anything you want to put to customize it, let us know you want to say that this site is down for maintenance. We check back again from. Then we can now say that you can change it from here. The information is the site is down for maintenance. So you can say the site is down for maintenance. Please check back tomorrow. So we can customize it like that. So when we check, so it means that the visitors who have checked today, they have to check back tomorrow. So that answers that. And then if you want to put any image there, you click here to put image. So let us know want to put any image different from what was there. So we can let's put this instead. And then that's the image. So in most cases, it's advisable is it is the company's logo that is there. That will be fine. So now, as for me, all these are fine. Front end thing, modules, whatever. So now what we when we get to access level, we'll be talking about this. What are these? We'll be talking about it. Now let's now talk about default list. If it is website that has a lot of modules, articles and whatever, we can click this maybe at 50 or 100 so that we'll be able to see everything as we click. So, but we don't need that. This meta description, let's change this to Joomla class. Put it as index and follow, except if you don't want search engine to follow it, then to index it. So now under this use URL writing, if you are putting it at yes, you have to go to your cPanel file and the default is AC access.ts, change it to AC access. So let's go to cPanel to correct this. Let's come here. Under the Softaculous, let's go to the cPanel. So we are going to the file manager. Here is the file manager. So we go down to basically as a dot click it, put dot here, and then we enter. Make sure that it change. Fine. So let's continue from here. So that has been changed. I'm sure it will affect later. Not it will have a HTML at the end. Dot HTML. We put these two. Yes. So that answer that. Having done that, let's go to system. Don't mix this lab. For the purpose of development, we can change this to maybe let's say we change it to 30 minutes so that if you're having within 30 minutes session lifetime, we are having within 30 minutes, it will log us out. But when we are done, we should return out back to them. That's the default. And also, let us see if there's anything we need to change there. Anyway, nothing. But let's check if the email is working. But if the default email is not working, if you are putting any other extension like email or some other one, it won't work. So let's check if this will work. PHP, we have a PHP mail, we have send mail, we have SMTP mail. You can use any of them. But the default PHP mail often works. So we have to check if it is working. So because it's working. If it's not working, the mail will fail. So let's save our close. Let's leave here. Now there's another thing. We need to feed the template. So this is where the template is. So we go to template styles. This for the code aspects. To work on the design aspect, we come here, template styles, and then we come here. to preview module position on the templates. From there, we enable. But before we enable, let's check something here. Okay, so before we enable it, let's check something. We have to come here. Let's return it back to normal. Sarah. Save and close. We want to return it to normal. Oh, so it has come. Now, this where we are going. So we want to add the template preview link here /index.php cp equal to 1. As you can see, nothing happens. Nothing happens here. But let's now come here to enable it. Let's enable it. Save. See that something will happen now. Yes, can we see now? So what does all this means? It means that all these places where we have these rectangles are module positions where we can actually place something and that thing will show. Now, one of the first thing we have to do now to place menu, the menu here. But before that, let's change this Cassiopeia from template. Let's save and close this so we can select the template. In the template, and let's put that in. So we want to change the alternative. So that the color has changed. Logo or whatever has gone. So let's now come back here. If you want to place another logo there, or if you want to place a logo there, let us know you want to put the Joomla logo there. Okay. What we have there is one step. So now we want it to logo. I see it now. Joomla logo is there. Now let's come back here. As we don't want logo, we just want to write something. Let's say Joomla beginners class. The dark line, just like a subtitle. Say where new students learn. Can we see it now? Can we see it? So that's our necessary. So let's return the color back to green. And that, and then layout, statistics, it's one like this. Pick headers. Also want to put back to top link. Then return the color. Yes, you can see. So that settles that. So now the menu that is showing by this sidebar, we have to take it to its place. This is place. Depending on Joomla configuration, this is place anyway. So let's take it. We come back here. You click on the module because the menu is in a module position. So as you can see, this is the main menu that is put in the right position. You can see it. So that position module maybe set by right. So let's see what it shows here. Set by right. So that's the function of a module position. Help us to rearrange our data on a website. So we know where what to put and where to put them. So in it, we have to change it to what we have there. What we have there is menu. Once it is menu, so we come back here and we change it to menu. Now, under the advanced, for this, we have to put underscore menu. But before we put it, there's supposed to be a space. So, once it's underscore menu, we put a space. And then we put it. So, after that, come here, refresh. So, it's there already. Now, let's put another menu item before we leave. So, these are our menu. To create another one, just under this main menu, just then menu type. Let's create a contact. Create contacts. We want a single contact to be created. So we have not created, so we have to create it. We fill our information. So, contact us. Students. Art. Joomla. Let's go. So the address, let's put it Lagos, Nigeria. I think that's it. Thank you. Lagos. Put Nigeria. Our email. I put the email there. So let's save our place. Okay. So let's now contact. So still the place. Nice is do the contact for you. So the email is not appear. So let's go back there and look it up there. So make it to yes. So let's come back here. Wow. That's yeah. So that is it for that. So yeah. Now let's now work on the we have copyright. Let's work on the copyright here. Content. Set module, create one, we put it, otherwise, footer is there. It's like that name is footer or copyright. So now let's take a look from there. Supposed to click down, down, down. So this footer. So we have to put it on footer so that it can appear there. Down, copyright. You don't have to enable the title. The title should be hidden on all pages. So let's come back here. Yes, you can see it's there already. So in the advanced class, you'll be learning about how to remove all this and make it all our corporate 2026, whatever. So, and so if you want to create, content now, we have learned how to create content using articles. We have learned how to use modules too. So you want to place a module there. What module can we place? Let's put our contact information there. Okay, right? So that the website will be better. So we use custom HTML. Call it custom HTML, custom module. So the custom module, we can write our information to be like. So I want to place. So now the reason why this looks blue is because it is linked. Let's take a look. It's linked. So what I want to unlink the you that is linked with is okay. I want to unlink it. I want to take option to be holding expect. Thank you, students. Okay, get me like this. And now for the email. It's fine now. So now let's put it at the right position. That right. And then contact. That's the background. Wow. Yes. So don't give up to everything is there. So this will be the end of this class. If there's any, so when we get to the next class, where we'll be talking about the advanced part of it, looking at something. And also, the next class we'll also be talking about installing a demo template. So for you to part of that class, I will encourage you to subscribe to our channel so that once it is available, get to the evaluation. Thank you very much for your time. Have a good day.
Welcome to Joomla Intel tutorial videos.